This is Dilations Example 2. So in this example, we are given our algebraic rule. For every point x and y, we have a scale factor of 1/2. So notice we could also write our algebraic rule as 1/2 x, 1/2 y. So we're also given parts of our table, but our algebraic rule is going to help us to fill in the remaining parts of our table. So let's go over here and work on the table. So let's put in 1/2 x, fix that up a little bit, and 1/2 y. Alright, so let's take the points that were given, like 0, 4 is our first set of points, or first ordered pair. So we need to just simply take half of x, which is 0, and half of 4 for the y, and that will give us 0 and 2. But then, like we've seen on previous examples for translations, we need to work backwards to help us figure out these next 2 points. So we have to think about half of what number would have given us 1. So half of 2 would give us 1. So we could pretty easily think about that one. And then we have to think about half of what number here would give us -2. And that number would have had to be -4. So let me erase those arrows. So in the next set of points, we're going to have to do the same thing. Think about half of what would give us -2. And then half of what number would give us 1. So half of -4 would give us -2. And half of 2 would help us to get the 1 that was given. So we figure out points as best we can with what we're given. So then in the last set of points, we have -2 and 6, so we just have to take half of those. So half of -2 and half of 6 is going to give us -1 and 3. So now that our table is complete, let's go ahead to the graph. So I've already set up the x-axis and the y-axis again so that I know these 2 graphs will fit nicely in what space I'm given. So I need to graph 0, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is going to be my A. Let me go ahead and label. We have, let's say, A, B, C, D. That will be A. And I notice over here there's a D missing right there and a D prime. So we'll just add those in. Alright, so A is at 0, 4. B is at 2, -4. So I did not plan as far ahead as I thought right there. -4, 2. So let's go to -4, 2. Let's see, that's B, that's C. D is at -2, 6. All the way up there. Alright, so let's connect these points. Oops. Let me try to just erase that one little line and draw that a little better. There we go. Alright, so now let's graph the image. So we have 0, 2 is going to be A prime. B prime is at 1, -2. C prime is at -2, +1. And then D prime is -1, +3. Alright. So it looks like I need to connect one more line right there. So our figure should look like the blue graph is twice as big as the green one. Or our image, which is in green, is 1/2 the size of the pre-image, which is in blue, which it does appear that way. So the only other thing we need to do is write out the verbal description. So let's call this quadrilateral A, B, C, D with, and we need to list out our points, with A at 0, 4, B at 2, negative 4, C at negative 4, 2, and D at negative 2, 6. And put a period. We're going to dilate quadrilateral A, B, C, D by a scale factor of 1/2. So, remember, your verbal description is kind of like you're telling someone what to do with what was given. Alright, so that's all 4 parts for example 2.